This is part 2 of working on a hexagon jelly roll quilt using the Great Outdoors jelly roll. After getting all of my hexagons laid out, it is time to organize my rows. So I'm just stacking all my half hexagons on top of each other, staying nice and organized. And then it's time to start sewing all the half hexagons together. Organization is the name of the game here. So I always keep this little tag on the bottom of the row so that I know like the correct orientation as I start piecing these together. I also mark the first one so that I don't get confused putting the first few together. And then you need your edges here to offset by 1/4 of an inch. But one really good way to figure that out is to just kind of fold your seams open like this and make sure that those triangle ends are like the same way. That's going to make sure that everything works up evenly as you're like piecing the rows together. And if you ironed those seams open, you wouldn't need to worry about it. The step's a little bit easier. But here's how you do it if you did press those seams flat the same way I did. Yes, I know I kind of mix pressing the seams open and close. This seems to really upset people. Sorry, it's working for me. And then basically you can see here that it's like mostly straightish with the hexagon. So that's why you need to offset those corners a little bit, and then you'll get nice and straight rows, and you just keep doing this. You can see I'm going just like one at a time again because I don't want to mess anything up. But once you have all of your rows completed, you got to go back to the ironing board. Again, here I am pressing my seams to the side. I am alternating which direction I'm pressing them for each row so that I can nest those seams. And here are all of my rows laid out. I didn't make any mistakes this time, so that was really nice. And then I'm just going to start sewing the rows together. And here I really do take my time. I use pins. I match up my seams. I pin a lot. I think that's like one of the tricks for just getting everything to kind of line up correctly. And then you just start sewing your rows together until eventually you're sewing like the whole quilt together. And then one last final press. And then it's just time to trim off those little extra like hexagon corners on the edge. And I ended up with 13 rows, each with like 6 half hexagons in it, which gave me a final size of 38 by 50 inches, which I guess is technically a crib size quilt, not a baby size quilt. But I don't think it's as big as some of you were thinking it was going to be based on the first video. It shrinks up once you like put it together. But here's the final quilt top. It's looking so cute so far.